Alright, hi guys. I have a couple of special guests. I have Joanna. She's like in full Christmas glory. And I have the most talented makeup artist I know, Cliff Turner. He made me beautiful for my wedding. He made it happen, so get out of my video. Just playing.
But not really.
Alright, so there's a lot going on, and I thank you for joining me. It is my last YouTubes of 2011, so I'm a little bit sad. But Joanna was here to kind of wrap up the new year, and this is just a Christmas design. I'm going to pull Andrew in here. He'll do one. But I'm the most excited because today I get to deliver a check for almost $5,000 to the Covenant House. So thank you guys for the support on the paint-a-thon. All right, so let's get started. So I'll start off right here in the corner of the eyes, and I'm going to start off there. Just make almost similar to a cat eye. Just kind of extend it on the tip right there. And then I'm going to just repeat that same thing on the other side. So turn this way. Oh, she's a little spiky today. So I'm just going to start off here. And the cool thing is with this brush, it's going to make a really nice little antlers really quickly because it's already going to be round. So I lay the round tip first. I bring it in. And then I'm going to make ones coming off of it. And I'll repeat that on this side right over here. So lay it down, twist to a point, lay it down again. And you want to make sure that the round tip is at the edge of it. All right? So put your head down just a little bit, girl. All right. Now what I'm going to do is using one of my sponges, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this interference bronze. So I just rub it over the surface, build up a good lather. You don't want it soaking wet. You want it to be a little bit more on the dry side. And then I'm going to start in the middle, just kind of fill it in right onto the bridge of the nose. And I'm just filling it in there as well. We're going to create a kind of like a hair around it, so don't worry about it being 100% perfect. You're just more concerned about getting the actual base down. So I'm going to start at the corner of the eye. I'm going to make like a C to make my holly leaves. So I made a C with the darkest color on the outside. From that C I made another C, and then I made another C and I pulled it to the tip. I come on the other side and make sure that the dark green again and made a C. I'm going to make another C and make a C and finally turn it to the tip so that I made one holly leaf. Just like that. I use the corner to draw it through. Now halfway, this first leaf is going to be blocking the second leaf. So from the top I make my C, make my other C, twist to the point, and even though I already covered it right there, I'll start from behind it, C, and I twist to the point. I'll use the edge to kind of fill that in. Use the darker edge to make that little leaf right inside of there. Now I've made two holly leaves next to the corner of the eye so that I can kind of frame this whole design. And then if you turn to the other side, we're going to do a few little candies on that side because who doesn't want to be super sweet for the holidays? You get a whole lot more with sugar than you do with salt, guys. So alright, so I'm just at the corner of this eye. I'm going to make a circle there. And then another kind of circle right behind it, a little bit smaller. Almost like it's halfway behind it. And then I'll make another smaller one here. And this is the beginning of my little peppermints right inside of it. So I'll start here. And I'm going to lay my brush down, very similar to a curl. And then I just curl it over in here like a candy cane. So I'm going to follow the same thing here. Remember what I did. Laid my brush down, came into the corner, and candy cane it in. So just like that. So we can bring this design together. All right, the next step, what we're going to do is now we're going to start outlining. So the first color that I'm going to outline with is a brown, especially at the top so that we can kind of fill in that haired effect. We'll go brown, we'll go black, and we'll go white. Just on the tip of my brush and right along here creating this hair because I'm creating an edge to my design. So I'm just kind of hairing it out there. And at the base of my antlers, I'm going to make almost like a C. And I'll curl them down that way so that it appears as if they're coming out of that. and I'm following the natural shape that I made, which is this kind of round over the eyebrow area. Don't worry, we'll also outline it in black and in white. And I'll make another C there, just like that, so that I have the base of my Rudolph, or my antennas, which will also be candy cane themed. If you guys have seen some of my other ones, especially the Rudolph, I'm like a big fan of the whole candy cane. I think it makes it much more cartoonish. So I'm going to turn her a little bit this way, repeat that same haired effect, working on the tip of my brush, come down, and I'm going to come off of the eye right inside of there. Same thing in there. Alright, so now I have the first color down. Repeat the same steps of the hair, but I'm going to follow them around with just a little bit of black. So I'm just coming around the corner just like this. From the corners of the eyes, I just came up, gave it a little bit more of a lift right inside of there. And from the corner down, I'm just adding a few little eyelashes at the bottom. And I'm going to repeat on this side, so turn a little bit more this way. In my attempt not to break her face, I'm asking her to be cooperative and turn with me. Okay, so I just added the same thing on that side. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to outline there as well, the top. And notice what I'm doing, just very gently. I'm going to also add a little bit more of a definition right inside of there. This way, thank you. So now is the fun part. Now I get to put in the candy cane striping on the antlers and on her candy canes right here. So I'll start off on the points that I feel are the driest. So I'm going to add first my holly berries right inside of there. So I added just 3 little holly berries there. And then I'm going to come in my antlers right in here. And I'm just making my stripings for my candy cane antlers. I'm going to just add my striping right along these candy canes as well, and make sure that the stroke stays consistent. If you need to reload, don't worry about it. Go and reload. You want your reds to be bold. You don't want them to look pinky or washed out. Alright, and now turn to the other way. Turn to the other side. A little bit more. Okay. So again, I'm just making my little candy canes right inside of there. And then I'm going to just add my little peppermint stripings too, right inside of there. So I press and pull into the center, press and pull in, press and pull in. I'm just going to go over my antlers just like this. So I have one that I gave it, and I'll do the same thing for my holly leaves right inside of here, and my holly berries. So now I gave that a little bit of an outline. And then same thing goes here for my candy canes. Very, very thin, gentle. You don't want it to be too heavy. You want to get it more on the side of being a little bit softer. And I'll go a little bit here as well. Come around the curve. Okay, turn to the other side for me. Beautiful girl. So I'll start off here. Alright, add a little bit more. So what I did on this side, I'm going to do on this side. So I need you to turn just a little bit more. I like when we have a swivel chair a little bit better than me breaking your neck. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just went in, kind of defined those little candies right inside of there. I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker around there. Okay, now's the fun part. In coming around this section, again, you want to keep it thin. You don't want it to be too heavy on the black, because that's not the goal. Alright, so now I have this fun design, and actually what I forgot, because I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, something is missing to me, and I'm glad that I even made this mistake. Besides the lipstick, we are doing that, but I have a lot of room in this area, so you have a couple of options. We can put a bow there, like a Christmas bow. We can put a flock of hair. You could put any design that you want. Yeah, exactly. She's getting me all excited. So what do you vote for? Do you vote for a bow, or do you vote for a flock of hair? You tell me, Joanna.
Bow!
All right, little kind of oval circle, and then I make a smaller one in the middle. And now my little, I'll finish off my bow. I'll let that dry. So I'm just adding a little bit more white fur inside of this areas, right inside of here. Still working on the tip of my brush, just like this, coming around here. Add a little bit of a black to our fur. So I start here, make the inside of the bow, make the top, just round it out just like that. Gonna add a little bit of a white outline or a white detail right inside of there. So right inside of these, come along. All right, so there is one of my favorite colors ever, and the Fab line makes it. It is this, this color is called Plum, and I just mixed a little bit of red into it, and I love this color because by itself it's beautiful, but when you mix it with red for lips, it's just amazing as well. So I need you to just use your regular lips, not your ugly lips. So I'm just adding a little bit of this color. While it's still wet, I'm going to go on and jewelify her lips. So open up a little bit. So I'm just going to add my red, my ruby red. You're looking like you're gonna bite my fingers off. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I glitterified her lips, and then I'm going to go in and re-wet the areas that are red because I want to add glitter on top of them, and they really need to be wet in order for the glitter to stick. So I'm just gently dabbing some more red paint and re-wetting them in these areas so that I can add the glitter right on top. Roll it on right inside of there so that it sticks to it. Close your eyes, sweetheart.
Thanks.
Thank you. So I'll just lay it on here because these are more specific points, but I'm going to use my finger to apply the glitter to the big bow. When I forgot one thing, I did. Oh my gosh, I told you guys that we were going to wash this out, which we are. So I'm going to show you guys just as a finishing touch, and this is obviously an optional step, but I tried it when I was in Dallas, and thank you everybody joining me in Dallas. You guys were awesome. So I take my paintbrush, I'm going to pick up black, okay? And now I'm going to dip my black back in the water, and using the top of one of my paints, I'm just going to kind of wash it out on the inside of it so that it's not really black. Now it's going to be more of like a gray or a very thin black. So I'm going to go back over the edge right inside of here, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shadowing right inside of there. So I go in, kind of just blend out that hard edge wherever I want to, and I'll do that around the edges of some of my candy canes and the hair right inside of there, so that you guys, I'll zoom in a minute so you can see the effect that it makes, which I like. I like it that it kind of gives it that that soft blended effect. Alright, and voila! Alright guys, now you can see this kind of soft drop shadow gives it a little bit of an elevation, just kind of gives it that little extra touch. So thank you guys for joining us. It is fantastic as always. Let me come behind here, give you guys, thank you guys for joining us. Happy holidays. Thank you Joanna for being so great. Thank you Cliff for being in the studio with us today. I wish you guys the best. Most wonderful, amazing holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, everything that you may celebrate. Mwah!